yesterday morning. Deputies surrounded the house last night. Within hours, they had new warrants to go inside.
George and Cindy Anthony were not home. In fact, we don't know where they are today. As the potential evidence was removed, it was clear that this home is now considered a crime scene. Our crews have been there all night as the evidence has been taken out box by box, bag by bag. Jessica Sanchez is live at the Anthony home with more details about what they took out. Jessica?
Yeah, when detectives left here a few hours ago, Lauren, they took with them 7 big paper bags and 4 boxes of mystery evidence. But we also saw them take 4 vacuum cleaners and 2 pesticide tanks. However, detectives would not elaborate on why they took that evidence or what the significance of it was. It looked like moving day at the Anthony family's home, but it was more like Judgment Day. Crime scene investigators invaded the home, spending 5 hours rummaging through the family's most private belongings, emerging with possible evidence that could be linked to the remains of a child found in the woods. This show of force was brought about by the biggest discovery yet in the mysterious disappearance of 2-year-old Kaylee Anthony. A utility worker discovered a child's skull Thursday in a wooded area less than half a mile from the Anthony home. It had been wrapped in duct tape and placed in a plastic bag. It could be the evidence that solves this 6-month-old mystery.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Orange County homicide detective John Allen did not elaborate on the evidence taken from the home overnight, admitting only that it's been an exhausting day. And it's far from over. There will be little sleep for him in the coming weeks as he tackles one of the most notorious murder investigations in the country.
We're back up bright and early.
Now, detectives left this home at around 2 o'clock this morning, but they do say they will be back when the sun comes up. Reporting live in Orange County, I'm Jessica Sanchez, Local 6.
And at this point, Jessica, we know that we'll be back there today, and they're going to continue to guard the home. We know that Lee Anthony's girlfriend showed up yesterday, had to be escorted back out of the house, so nobody's going in and out other than investigators. At the same time, though, do we know if there are any more specific warrants coming today for more specific evidence?
Well, we haven't heard anything like that from investigators, but you can see right now with the deputies are on the scene. They are treating this home like a crime scene. Now, when the detective told me that he would be back tomorrow morning, I wasn't sure. He didn't elaborate, I should say, on whether or not that would be to gather more evidence or if that would be just to go to the scene where the body was found and gather the evidence there, Lauren.
All right, thanks, Jessica. We know you'll be there all morning long.
All right, we want you to take a look at the map here. We can't stress enough how close the remains were found to the Anthony home. This is 0.3 of a mile down the road from the home. You can see right here, J.R. Stone live out front of the home there. J.R., you have covered this. You've been here so many times here between the crime scene, the Suburban Drive, and the Anthony home right down the street. What time did the investigators there at the crime scene behind you shut down work? I mean, I assume they worked throughout the night. Any sign of them closing it down anytime soon?
Yeah, I mean, we have shots of some of those detectives leaving late last night. It was dark outside when they left, but again, deputies have been here all night long, and they said that they're really not leaving. According to Carlos Padilla, that is, with the Orange County Sheriff's Office, said that they are going to guard this scene until some of those detectives can come back this morning. Now, let me step right out of the way. You can see some of the deputies here, and then in the distance, you can see the command center. You can see the bright lights. Again, just guarding the scene until those detectives can come back out here. I can tell you that during the overnight hours, very quiet out here. Keep in mind the worker that found these remains found them only around 12 feet into the woods. He'd actually just walked into the woods to relieve himself. Now, we did talk with EquiSearch founder Tim Miller, who spent long days searching for Kaylee Anthony. He says, while there is no confirmation that this is, in fact, Kaylee Anthony, he has no doubt in his mind that it is.
I know it's going to take a few days to get a positive ID, but you know what? There's no other small children reported missing in this area, and certainly none within 0.3 of a mile from the Anthony home. So I don't have any doubts.
And back out here on the scene, you can see the command center in the distance. You can see those bright lights. Again, we talked about how they're going to come back out here and look for more evidence. And I mean, we were out here all day yesterday, and it was very, lots of rain. It was very wet outside and very dark outside. And that's one of the reasons why these deputies and detectives want to go back in there and look for any evidence. That's why they're hoping for sunny conditions, drier conditions, give them a chance to see if they can find any more clues out here. For now, reporting